Have you ever wondered how some leaders, entrepreneurs, or visionaries always seem two steps ahead as if they're playing chess while the rest of us play checkers? Patrick Bet David's Your Next Five Moves is a manual for thinking and acting like that. A strategy guide that blends business savvy, psychology, and personal development into a framework you can apply to your own life. Bet David, an entrepreneur who built PHP agency from scratch and runs the popular Valuetainment channel, doesn't just talk theory. He draws from his own journey as an immigrant, soldier, and founder to show how clear thinking and deliberate strategy can transform ambition into results. The book is structured around one central metaphor. If you want to win in business and life, you need to see not just your next move, but your next five moves. The first move is about self-awareness. Before you can out-strategize anyone else, you need to out-strategize yourself, understanding your strengths, weaknesses, triggers, and motivations. Bet David argues that most people fail not because of a lack of opportunity, but because they don't really know what they want. He pushes you to ask tough questions. Do you actually want to be an entrepreneur, or do you just like the idea? Do you want power, wealth, influence, or freedom? Clarity here determines the quality of every decision that follows. The second move is about mastering the ability to reason. Strategy isn't about guessing, it's about thinking several steps ahead. Bet David highlights how the best leaders and entrepreneurs develop mental models, analyze risks, and weigh probabilities the way a chess player studies the board. He encourages readers to study history, pay attention to patterns, and adopt frameworks for decision-making that reduce emotional bias. The core message is simple. If you don't think critically, you'll be outmaneuvered by those who do. The third move is about building the right team. No vision becomes reality without people who amplify your strengths and cover your blind spots. Bet David emphasizes that talent acquisition and culture are everything. Finding, training, and retaining people who buy into your mission will make or break your ambitions. He shares his own lessons from scaling a company, where the difference between survival and exponential growth was finding leaders who could run divisions with autonomy and drive. The fourth move is about strategy for scaling. This is where business mechanics meet vision. How do you take a small operation and grow it sustainably? Bet David explains concepts like competitive advantage, market positioning, branding, and timing. He insists that entrepreneurs must learn to anticipate both competitors' moves and customer expectations, and that scalability depends on systematizing operations, measuring the right data, and never relying on luck alone. The fifth and final move is about power plays. At the top levels of business and leadership, strategy is no longer just about internal decisions, but about external influence. Negotiations, partnerships, acquisitions, and even the way you frame your story in the media all become tools in your arsenal. Bet David is candid that power isn't a dirty word, it's a neutral force, and how you wield it determines whether you build something lasting or burn out chasing ego. What makes the book especially engaging is how practical it feels. Bet David doesn't present a vague philosophy. He presents a playbook full of exercises, reflective questions, and case studies from his own entrepreneurial path. He also insists that these 5 moves are iterative. Once you've executed them, you cycle back, refining your self-awareness, sharpening your reasoning, upgrading your team, refining your scaling strategy, and playing new power moves at higher levels. It's a continuous game of strategic growth. The emotional undercurrent of the book is just as strong as the intellectual one. Bet David repeatedly returns to his own immigrant story, arriving in the U.S. from Iran with little to his name, and shows how strategy, not luck, was what helped him overcome obstacles. His tone is both challenging and encouraging. You can do more, but only if you stop drifting and start playing deliberately. So what are the key takeaways you can apply right now? First, write down your 5 ultimate long-term goals and don't stop until you're brutally clear about what you want. Second, build your reasoning muscles. Read history, study decision-making frameworks, and start analyzing every big choice through probability and consequence. Third, audit your circle. Who on your team or in your life is helping you level up, and who is holding you back? Fourth, map out how you'll scale your current efforts, whether it's your business, career, or personal growth, by systematizing what already works. And fifth, think bigger about influence. How can you shape narratives, alliances, or moves that position you where you want to be in 5 years, not just 5 months? At the heart of your next 5 moves is a simple but transformative idea. Life and business are games of strategy, and those who plan, think, and act several steps ahead are the ones who win. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a professional, or just someone trying to take control of your life, Bet David's framework gives you the structure to stop reacting and start anticipating. If this breakdown sparked new ideas for you, subscribe to the One Light for more book deep dives, and in the comments, share one next move you're committing to this week, because clarity without action is just another daydream. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a professional, or just someone trying to take control of your life, Bet David's framework gives you the structure to stop reacting and start anticipating. If this breakdown sparked new ideas for you, subscribe to the One Light for more book deep dives, and in the comments, share one next move you're committing to this week, because clarity without action is just another daydream.